Today, we're diving into the Grade 1 Arlington Million. It's a $1 million turf showdown at Colonial Downs, where trip, timing, and late punch will decide everything. This year, we got a compact but loaded field with integration, the rising turf force, and Kentucky Derby winner Mystik Dan trying to prove that he can hang on the grass. I'll break down the full field, walk through the pace setup, then give you my top picks and one popular horse that I'm going to be fading. By the way, if you want 2 free races every weekend with my top pick, Contenders, and full reasoning, plus my handicapping worksheet to help you spot the best horse in any race, check the link in the description. First up is the 2024 Kentucky Derby winner, Mystik Dan. Now, he's going to take some money just off name value, but let's get real here. He's never run on turf, and this is a Grade 1 at 1.25 miles. It's a whole different animal than grinding it out on dirt routes. He's always within a length or two of the pace early, so he will be forward, but he lacks any kind of real late kick, and against horses like Fort Washington and Integration, that's just not going to cut it. His trainer, Kenny McPeak, is just 2 for 65 with first-time turf starters, which really doesn't inspire much confidence. Mystik Dan has returned nicely for his 4-year-old campaign, though. There's no doubt about it. He had a gritty second to a good horse in Saudi Crown first out, a game win in the Blame Stakes, and a fourth by just over 2 lengths in the Stephen Foster. But that was against some of the world's best, and those races were going shorter and on a different surface. So this just doesn't seem to be his wheelhouse. Post number 2 is Time Song. He looks to act as a pace player in the opening half, but that's about where his impact ends here. He finished his races with no late speed, and that's a major red flag going 1.25 miles on turf. He needs a perfect trip, no pace pressure, and improvement, and he hasn't shown the late turn of foot or talent to capitalize. Coming out of post 3 is Vesting. He's definitely a solid horse, just not spectacular, and in a race like this, you're going to need brilliance. I don't think he's fast enough, and even if he's in his best form, it's going to leave him just a little bit behind the top tier. Post number 4 belongs to Runaway Storm. He brings a front-running style and figures to be part of the early pace. He's got some talent, ran 3rd in last year's Virginia Derby, and his best effort was a win in the Bryan Station at Keeneland. But that was over soft ground, and this field is way deeper. His 95 Beyer is respectable, but he hasn't run back to it since. And at both of his 2025 starts, he's either faded late or failed to fire. His best races come when he's left alone up front, but that's an unlikely scenario with the other speed signed on. He's fast early, but there's a real chance that he folds late. Cairo draws post 5, and he's a real international traveler. He's raced in Ireland, England, Dubai, Qatar, and even Hong Kong. But for all that air mileage, he hasn't actually won since 2023. He's danced every dance, multiple Group 1s overseas, and he's faced legitimate competition, like Paddington, Measured Time, and Golden 60. But the consistent theme here, he keeps getting beat. He's been stuck in second gear for a while now, and the fact that they're shipping in for a Grade 1 to the U.S. with no recent wins kind of says a lot. Fort Washington draws in with solid credentials. He's a 6-time winner, a Grade 3 victor, and has over $740,000 earned. He's trained by Shug McGahee, and he'll be ridden by Junior Alvarado, who guided him to that dinner party win back in May. His running style is to close, and he has the fastest late pace figures. This year, he's 2 for 4, but both wins came when he got the right setup. Last out in the Wise Dan, he made a move, but then he flattened out late. He's reliable underneath, but he hasn't shown that top gear when it counts. If the pace collapses, he could grind into a piece. Grand Sonata's coming out of post number 7. He's a multiple graded stakes veteran with over $2.2 million in earning. He's trained by Todd Pletcher and ridden by Tyler Gaffleone. He's got proven class on turf and dirt, but he hasn't won this year despite some solid efforts. Last out, he rallied well to finish 4th in the United Nations, shown some fight, but he still fell short. John Whitus, and coming out of the 8 post, is Integration. He's a classy 5-year-old turf specialist trained by Claude McGahee and ridden by Johnny Velasquez. With 5 career wins and earnings of over $1.6 million, he's been competitive at the highest level. He likes to stalk the pace, and he closes strongly late. In 2025, he hasn't won, but he has hit the board consistently, including a solid third in the Manhattan Stakes last time out. Integration thrives on firm turf and usually races within striking distance, ready to pounce late. He's dependable and improved in all 3 starts at 5. I think he takes another step forward here, getting the perfect trip sitting just off the leaders. Before we get into who I'm fading and my top picks, if you want 2 free races every weekend, complete with my top pick, contenders, and full reasoning, plus my handicapping worksheet that helps you find strong bets in any field, grab the link in the description. All right, let's get into the top picks. My choice in this one's going to be integration. He's been knocking on the door all year, and I think this is the spot where he finally breaks through. He loves this turf course, fits perfectly at the distance, and he looks to get his usual trip from just off the pace. In second, I'm going to go with Fort Washington. This is a horse with a big late kick, and he's quietly in career best form. Shug's got him peaking at just the right time, and I think he'll be flying late if the pace comes back. Third choice for me in this one's going to be Grand Sonata. He's a bit under the radar, but he's really consistent, and he's got the kind of grinding style that can keep him in the frame. He's not flashy, but reliable. I think that he hangs around for a piece. That's going to bring us to the horse that I'm fading in this one, Mystik Dan. He's a talented colt, there's no question, but this turf route setup isn't what he's best at. He's going to take money off name recognition, and I'm just not convinced that he gets the right trip or delivers his best race on this surface. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video so YouTube knows it's worth showing, subscribe so you never miss a breakdown. If you're going to be betting favorites like integration, this video right here teaches you how to bet chalk the smart way. Thanks for watching Trackside Profits, and good luck this weekend.